We are here in Penticton, BC for the Young Stars Classic. It's the 10th edition this year. I mean, with a couple breaks in between, of course, but we're excited to get things started. Brendan Parker here beside me, Olivia McDonald. Let's start talking about the opportunity for these guys this week.
Yeah, well, welcome, first of all, your first opportunity. It's a pretty good setup here in Penticton, as you'll see. South Okanagan Event Center is a great spot. We got all four teams here, and I think every year we talk about this, it's always about the opportunity, because for some guys who are maybe hoping to turn pro for the first time, other guys maybe making their first impression coming out of the draft, and then in some cases, in maybe Matt Coronado, who we'll touch on just a little bit, making a push to make the NHL roster. And I think, for guys, whatever that opportunity may be, it's that first chance ahead of training camp, to impress all the staff that is here. And it's a big staff. Obviously, the general manager, new general GM, and Craig Conroy's here. All the scouts are here. It's a really good opportunity for these players to make a good first impression, show what they've done over the offseason, hopefully hit those targets in fitness testing as camp opened, and then put yourself in the right foot as training camp comes along.
Yeah, and as I mentioned today, there's some open spots on this team that they're looking to fill. So Matt Coronado, as you touched on, let's talk about him.
Sure.
What is he bringing to this camp?
Well, he's an interesting guy, and I think one that all Flames fans will be curious to see how he performs. I think probably less or so this week. This is the start of it for sure, but more as we started to get into main camp. Obviously he signs his NHL contract late last season. He joins the Flames, skated with them for a long time, kind of waited his time patiently for that first opportunity, and then got it in the final game of the regular season. Game 82 against the San Jose Sharks. I think he played 14-plus minutes and obviously got his feet wet, but that's really that taster that obviously a guy of that caliber wants to get back and have an opportunity to play NHL minutes this year. And I think he's got a good look at it. I think Craig Conroy talked about giving young guys a chance to make this roster, and he's one of those specifically that has that chance to make an impression. It's not going to be given to him, but it starts this week in terms of getting out on the right foot, and let's just see him command the ice a little bit. Let's see him, take the opportunity and, generate some things offensively, because that's what he is an offensive guy, and then bring that confidence into main camp.
Yeah, we talked to Coronado today, and he actually brought up Honzek, who we also spoke with, and just what a good player he is as well.
Yeah, and I think he's one of those guys that right from development camp, our first opportunity to see him in Flames colors, he's impressive. He's obviously a really big kid, high offensive skill, and his skating was really good too. That's one thing I noticed. I think a lot of people were talking about the skating. You're not sure because he's such a big guy. His edge work was really good, and I think as a first round pick, he's always going to be one that people are watching, both as Flames fans and then on the opposition side. So I'm kind of curious to see where he fits in and how he looks amongst this competition, because there's some older guys here. I mean, you're looking at some rosters that have college graduates, 23, 24-year-olds, and this is Sam Honzek getting his first opportunity now to play some meaningful type games, and we'll see him tomorrow against the Oilers in his first Battle of Alberta type situation, tonight against the Canucks. Those are two guys for sure that stand out in terms of who to watch, Coronado and Honzek.
Yep, and if you want to catch them tonight, we are taking on the Canucks at 7:30 Pacific, 8:30 Mountain Time. Where can we watch these games?
Well, we can check it out on the stream on our website, YouTube, and most of social media as well. I'll be on the call with Brendan Batchelor here tonight, and looking forward to one of three for the Calgary Flames prospects here this week.
All right, well, let's get things started.